Hey everybody, so I am back for another Talk Tuesday. If you don't know what this video is, basically I just do my makeup with you guys while I chat about everything that happened during my week. I just chat about life. As you can tell, I already have a BB cream on, and that's because I'm doing a first impressions on the Physicians Formula Organic Wear BB cream. So I just put it on. Look out for that video coming soon. I don't know how I feel about it at this point. I'm not in love with it like I was the Insta Ready right off the bat, but you'll have to see that video to see my full opinion on it as I wear it throughout the day. So I'm just gonna throw on some concealer. Today is actually Tuesday, so I'm actually filming on the day that I'm uploading, which never really happens. I always like to kind of be ahead on videos, but we had a really awesome and busy weekend, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to film this on Tuesday when the kids are back in school and try and upload it the same day. So if you see this and it's still Tuesday, I filmed this and uploaded it on the same day. But yeah, like I was saying, this weekend was just so awesome. It was so needed. Our family just needed like a good weekend of doing activities and everyone being healthy and everything just going super well, knock on wood, everything. It was just a great weekend. We went to a local rodeo and country fair, and the kids went on lots of rides and they got tattoos and, well, fake tattoos obviously, and we ate food and we saw farm animals, and it was just a fun day, and it's really close to us, so that was nice. And then the next day we went camping just for 2 days, one night overnight, but we had friends join us and our kids slept in a tent for the first time. We all can't fit in the trailer anymore. I mean, we could, but just to make sure everyone kind of gets sleep, especially the baby, and doesn't wake up super early with everybody else, it was just, we wanted to try out with the tent. So I was in the trailer with the baby and Harrison was outside with the kids, and then all our friends who came were outside in their tents, and it was just so much fun. I mean, the weather could have been nicer, but other than that, we made s'mores, and they rode their bikes, and we just hung out, and the adults played like this board game at night. I still have my stuff in my makeup bag because I brought it with me. Not that I actually took the time to put on makeup while I was camping. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyways, it was just well needed. We got back late last night, and kids were super tired, and got them in bed and unpacked everything, and now we're just kind of all tired and sad that the long weekend's over. We had a 3-day weekend. I don't know if you guys have that in the States, May-long weekend. I feel like you don't, but I could be wrong on that one. But yeah, we had a 3-day weekend, and it was awesome, and now we're just kind of getting back to life. So one thing I wanted to chat about in this video just happened last night. It was a bad mommy fail moment, and I wanted to kind of give a little disclaimer before I talk about it. This has to do with the tooth fairy, so if you have any little ones in the room and you're watching this video, you might want to click off this video or jump ahead or something like that. I'm putting out this disclaimer because a couple years back I talked about Santa in one of my videos, and I didn't put out a disclaimer, and then someone said their kids were in the room, and I felt really bad. So I'm going to be talking about things that you might not want your kids around to hear, so here's your warning. Click off now. So Kayla lost her 4th tooth yesterday while we were at the lake, and she brought it home, and we have little tooth fairy pillows with a little pocket on the front to put your tooth in. I had those as a kid, and so I decided to get them for my kids, and we love them. So anyways, she put the tooth in her pillow last night, and she actually had an interesting conversation with me. She like made this trap thing that she was going to put the pillow in. It was like this box with tape. I was like, what are you doing? And she told me she wanted to trap the tooth fairy to see if the tooth fairy was real. And I'm like, why don't you think the tooth fairy is real? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, I just think it's the parents that do it. And I said, where are you hearing this from? And she's like, I just think it is. I don't know if I believe in fairies. And that's the first that I've ever heard her talk about that before. So I didn't really know what to say. It's not like I want to lie to my kids, but I also didn't know if it was the right moment to get into that conversation. I don't know. There's no instruction manual to be a parent, I tell you. So I just kind of went with it, and I'm like, well, why don't you see tonight, like, what happens? Don't put it in the trap thing, just put it on your bed. Like, why don't we hang the pillow on your bed? And she's like, no, I want to hold on to it tight because I want to see the fairy when it comes. I was like, okay. So anyways, she went to bed, and then us parents totally forgot. Mommy fail. This is the first time that's ever happened. I woke up this morning and Kayla said, the tooth fairy didn't come, my tooth is still in there, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. So I'm like, well, maybe you were holding on to it too tight. Like, maybe the tooth fairy couldn't get in there to exchange for money for you. And she's like, maybe, I don't know. I wanted to see the tooth fairy. I'm like, well, why don't we try again tonight? So Luckily she wasn't too upset, but one, I forgot, and two, she's kind of on to us. So I don't know what to do from here. Part of me wants to just like have that conversation with her, but then do you just talk about the tooth fairy or do you talk about everything else? And then there's also the fact that there's Riley, and I don't want to ruin anything for Riley. She hasn't even lost any teeth yet, and I don't think that Kayla could really keep a secret. So I'm not going to forget tonight, I can tell you that, but I felt pretty bad about it this morning. I'm sure I'm not alone though. I'm sure some other tooth fairies have forgotten over the years. Let me know if you know of that. But interesting story that I thought I would share. My eyebrows are getting out of control. I think I need to go get them threaded or waxed or something. Just haven't taken the time. Makes it so much harder to do your eyebrows when they're just crazy. I decided to bust out this duo again. This is the NARS Orgasm and Laguna Bronzer duo. I've had it for a couple years now, and it just, honestly, it reminds me of summer. And I saw it as I was packing for the lake, and I was like, yes, I need to bring that out again. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and contour. This moon face though, like, I know that's really attractive, but it's from the Prednisone all under here and then in my cheeks. Like when I put on moisturizer or BB cream, I can feel the surface area of my face is significantly larger, and when I'm trying to do makeup, it's like I don't even know where to contour anymore because Prednisone is just blowing up my face. So I cannot wait till I get off this. I have 4 weeks left, I think, and the weight gain keeps going up as well, even though I'm trying to eat super healthy. So I'm trying not to complain about it. I'm glad that I'm healthy. It's just really annoying. So I don't know where that shut off because my camera overheated. But like I was saying, 4 more weeks and then hopefully I can get back into losing the face weight and all the weight that's coming from Prednisone. So I'm gonna do my eyeshadow today because I have time and I feel like it, and I feel like doing something kind of golden-ish. So I'm gonna use some of my Makeup Geek eyeshadows and the bronzer, the Laguna bronzer. Try and create something with that. But the other thing I wanted to talk about in this video is, it's hard to think about eyeshadow and talk at the same time, is my diet. Because since I found out I have ulcerative colitis, now if you talk to any doctor, they'll tell you there's no specific diet for ulcerative colitis. Like with celiac, you have to be gluten-free, but for ulcerative colitis, there's no diet that, according to doctors, really helps. But from all the reading I've done and people who've reached out to me, the big common factor a lot of people are saying is if you go vegan, it can really help your gut. So when I came out of the hospital the first time and even the second time, I decided, you know what, why not? I'm not a huge meat eater as it is. I do like cheese, but I have found a lot of different cheeses that surprisingly I actually like better than regular cheese. And I thought vegan cheese was all really disgusting. I don't know why I had that idea in my head, but I found some that melt just like nacho cheese and it's so good. If you want a whole video of like the vegan foods I have found, let me know. So I've been vegan for just over a month since this whole colitis thing came up. I'm not making a stance like I am now vegan because I feel like that's a huge thing to say and it requires a lot of research. Well, not necessarily. You just need to be, I don't want to commit to something that big. That being said, I have eaten vegan for over a month and it's been relatively easy because, like I said, I didn't eat a lot of meat before. It's mainly the dairy. But I found so many good alternatives. So I'm not saying that I'm going to be vegan forever. I just decided to do it right now while I'm figuring everything out. I have gone back to my natural path and I've asked to be like food sensitivity tested because I know I can't eat gluten, but there's got to be other things that can just make my gut health a lot better if I'm sensitive to them. So I am going to go through that testing. You do have to pay for it, but my doctor wouldn't put me through regular allergy testing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, see if anything else kind of triggers my stomach to be upset. I'm just trying to follow and find any answers to my health that I can, just to keep myself as healthy as I can for as long as I can. So until I have those answers as far as food sensitivity, I'm going to continue to eat vegan. And like I said, I found lots of things that I like, surprisingly, and I really haven't minded being vegan. I think at this point, the only downside to eating vegan, well, I guess there's two. One, kind of limited options if you're out with the family and you want to, you know, do takeout, which we don't do that often anyways. We don't even go to restaurants hardly ever unless it's a special occasion. So, and I'm used to it being celiac as it is. But the main one is cost. My goodness, our grocery bills are ridiculous. Like, I don't even want to say what our grocery bills in a month are. It's absolutely absurd. It was already big before because, like I said, we don't eat out. We're a family of 5. 2 of us are gluten-free. we eat a lot of produce, like a lot of produce, and that adds up. And now I'm adding in vegan things. Like, I'm trying to eat whole foods as much as I can, but the cheese, for example, I find like vegan alternatives for yogurt or sour cream or like hummus and stuff. I need to start making my own hummus again because I know that'll save on cost. What else? Some like desserts. I still love desserts, and I found some really good gluten-free vegan ones. So I still buy stuff like that. That definitely adds to the cost. I'm sure I could do it cheaper, but yeah, that's probably the biggest thing I've noticed this month is our grocery bill is just crazy. I just wish that like healthy food could be cheap, and I know that's never going to be the way, but especially if you're eating a lot of produce and things like that, it just adds up so fast. But that being said, I feel amazing. I'm happy with the food that I'm eating. That was something I was worried about. I didn't want to say I was vegan and then really hate my options, because then the chances of you sticking with it are, you know, not going to be good if you don't enjoy what you're eating and look forward to what you're eating. But man, I have just found so many things that I've loved, so I wanted to share that with you guys in case, you know, you're curious or you're thinking about going vegan yourself, or you just want to share ideas with me. Like I said, if you want to see a video of what I eat or cool products I found, definitely let me know. This mascara is seriously amazing. I do not think I'll be buying or trying a new one for a long time. I actually just bought a new tube, and it's good right from the start. Some mascaras, you know, they need to dry out a bit. This mascara, it's just awesome, and I don't have to keep going in with more coats. Like, I just have to do one white coat, one black coat, and it gives me, for myself anyways, awesome lashes. So that's what today's eyeshadow looks like, just a really kind of soft gold look. I'll throw on some lip product here, and I think that's about it. I actually did manage to film a day in the life this weekend, so look out for that. I'm going to be editing that probably today or tomorrow, but there's today's makeup look. I hope you guys are all doing well. Please leave me comments down below if you want to chat, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!